She forgot my name. But every day I smiled anyway. Because even when she didn't remember me, I remembered how much I loved her. I was 38 when the phone call came. Just one sentence. Mom's forgetting things again. I wasn't the strongest one in the family. The youngest child usually isn't. But when the doctor said early stage Alzheimer's, everything froze. My father had passed away years ago. My older siblings lived across the country. I was the only one close by. At first, it was little things. Misplacing her keys, calling the neighbor by the wrong name, leaving the oven on. Then it became forgetting that she'd already eaten, that it was Tuesday, or where the bathroom was. Could have hired a nurse. But each time I saw her sitting quietly with a photo of me as a little girl, I knew I couldn't leave her care to someone else. So I left my job, packed my things, moved back into the house I grew up in, the one where she used to read me bedtime stories and show me how to tie my shoes. I didn't know how long it would last. But I knew this. She had always been there for me. Now it was my turn to be there for her. The first year was the hardest. She forgot how to make tea. Forgot where the spoons were. Forgot my name sometimes. Worse, she forgot that my father had died. There were days when she'd ask, "Where's your dad? Has he gone out again?" And I'd have to say, "Mom, Dad passed away 10 years ago." And every time it was as if she was hearing it for the first time. The heartbreak was new, every single time. I learned patience I didn't know I had. I learned to gently clean broken glass, redirect her when she tried to go outside in her nightgown, and sleep with one ear open in case she woke at 3 a.m. looking for me. There were days I locked myself in the bathroom and cried, not from exhaustion but from grief. I missed my mother, the woman who baked the best cinnamon rolls and beat everyone at crossword puzzles. Now she needed help getting dressed. But I also learned something deeper. Love doesn't require understanding, just requires presence. So I smiled every morning. Even when she didn't know my name, I knew she was glad I was there. That was enough. Each day began with a smile. Not because I always felt joyful, but because I chose love. I started documenting little things she remembered. A favorite song, the smell of lavender soap, how she liked her tea. I filled the house with sticky notes. "This is the kitchen. You are loved. Your daughter's name is Ellie." Sometimes we'd sit in the park and she'd watch the children play. Once she pointed at a little girl and said, "She looks just like my baby did." She didn't know that the child she was talking about was me. But in that moment her love was real. And that was enough. Neighbors asked, "How do you stay so cheerful?" I'd say, "Because I know I'm doing something that matters. Something my heart chose." Not everyone understood, but some did. Especially those who were caring for their own loved ones. There's a grace in these everyday acts. Folding laundry, combing her hair, holding her hand through storms only she could see. And somewhere along the way I realized, this wasn't just caregiving. It was a sacred goodbye stretched out over 10 years. She lived 10 more years. Not all of them were good years, but every day felt like a gift. We sang old hymns. We held hands during thunderstorms. We laughed when she called the cat Mr. Socks, even though we never had a cat. One morning I came in to wake her and she was still, peaceful. Sunlight poured through the curtains. She was gone. I didn't cry right away. I just sat there and held her hand. I whispered, "Thank you for letting me love you all the way to the end." After the funeral, I found a note she had written in shaky handwriting, tucked in a drawer. "My darling Ellie, thank you for being the light when I forgot the sun. I am 48 now. I've returned to work. I laugh more often. But every time I see a mother and daughter walking arm in arm, I feel a quiet ache and a silent joy. I'm telling this story not because I want to be seen as strong. I'm telling it because someone out there, maybe you, is caring for someone you love. And I want you to know, you're not alone. And your quiet love, it matters more than you can imagine.